everyone? Welcome to the COD Pod by Minute Meta. I am your host, Darth Tedward, joined by Mr. Brasputin, and our special guest this week is Mr. Jammyy. We are going to be talking about the CDL versus Warzone Pro argument, I guess, that's been happening over the last couple of weeks, and it's escalated absolutely insanely over the past like 3 days because they've been fighting each other
in the best of ways.
Yeah, and it's been amazing. Great content. It has legitimately pushed Call of Duty and Warzone into the forefront of everyone's mind on Twitter, just in time for Modern Warfare 2 to be coming out in just under 2 months. Let's go. And then Warzone 2 in just over 2 months.
75 days? Oh,
gosh, yes. I am so excited. Yes. It's going to be absolutely amazing.
I do have something to bring up. Just so everybody knows, my name is Braspion, not Brasputin. I'm not from Russia. God, dude, every time you troll me with that, I'm like,
it's gonna happen.
Lord.
We're also gonna
start calling me that.
Oh, it's fine. We're also going to touch on the Swagg leaving Twitch for YouTube later, and maybe even Ninja. This a massive, no one knows what the crap is going on with that. And then at the end of the show, we're going to do what we always do. We're going to do our metas of the minute, talk about that, talk about what we think are the best builds / just some builds that we think you should be running. Maybe not necessarily the meta, because the meta really hasn't changed since last week, but there's just going to be some other guns that are also really good. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started with the CDL versus Warzone Pros. Before we even do anything with it, I just want y'all's opinion on it. So Jammyy, starting with you, what is your opinion on CDL versus Warzone Pro? Anything that's been happening over like the past 2 weeks with it?
One of the best things that's ever happened.
You love it?
Yeah. So like you've got two different kind of playstyles, obviously. My main argument is they all started at the same place. They all started playing multiplayer.
Yeah.
So everyone's saying, oh well, Warzone Pros can't do it in multiplayer. Well, yes they can, because that's how they started. Well, then you've got the likes of the guys that do it for a living.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's going to cause heat and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, they're all playing the exact same game. It's just one's a BR style and one's multiplayer.
Yeah, one of them has a longer time to kill and it has a little bit more RNG, kind of. And the other one is just 100% strategy and gunny. Like, that's just how it is. What about you, Brass? What you got?
I mean, I just love conflict, to be honest. And everybody's saying that the best is just good for the content. I mean,
oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's a straight up CDL versus Warzone Pros. There are outstanders in both categories that can compete with the other. I mean, if you're gonna talk shit on Scump, you're special.
Yeah, you're out of your mind. That man is the best Call of Duty player.
Dude.
Like the man won the solo YOLO. Like, it's just, yeah. He's won everything there is to win in the CDL / competitive Call of Duty. Even though the CDL has technically only been around for 2 years. When we say CDL, we're meaning like all of Call of Duty professional in history, even though technically the CDL has only been around for 2 years. But y'all understand what we're talking about. But Scump, and then yeah. Plus Scump has also won the solo YOLO, which was the Twitch thing that they did, the World Series of Warzone, where everyone fought each other, and it was everyone falls in for one map, and the winner gets $100,000. If he finished second, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter. And he ended up being him, Huskers, and Aiden, or the final three, and he won. I mean, it's just kind of that you can't ask for a better top 3 finish right there. Literally 2 of the best Warzone players in the world, and the person who's considered at least top 2, depending on who you ask, top 2 Call of Duty players of all time. So it's absolutely amazing. My take on it is, if you're talking about the law of averages, which is what you have to do in situations like this, the average CDL player is better than the average Warzone Pro. If you're just talking one-on-one, straight gunny, the way they've been doing it for the past 2 weeks, or the past 3 or 4 days. We're actually about to break down kind of what's happened over the past 3 or 4 days. They've been doing 1v1s with radar on 100% of the time on small maps in multiplayer. If you're going to do that 1v1 with the CDL time to kill, which is what the way they've been doing it, then the CDL player is going to win more than the Warzone Pro. Now,
you think so?
Yeah. Oh, yes, 100%. Because of the CDL, they are more used to the time to kill, and I honestly believe across the average, the CDL has a better gunny with this style, especially because a lot of them are on Vanguard. Now, you bring it over to Modern Warfare, it's probably a little bit different, but like if you're playing on Vanguard, because that's what all the CDL players have been playing on, yeah, it's not even going to be close. Average wise. Now, the top layer of Warzone, as we've seen this week, let's just kind of go ahead and start breaking that down because this is what's happening. So, the first thing that happened this week, Methods, who is a CDL Pro on Boston. He actually just re-signed at the beginning of last week. He is officially on the Boston roster. 1v1 DS Biffle on Vanguard. The format that they did, it was a 1v1 with a radar on 100% of the time. That means up in the left-hand corner where you have your little mini-map, that it's not like a ping or anything. It's 100% of the time the red dot is on there. So both players know exactly where the other one is at all times. DS Biffle, who is considered one of the best Warzone players in the world, 1v1 Methods on Vanguard. And Biffle stomped him. Like, it wasn't even, like, kind of close. It was absolutely disgusting. Did either one of y'all actually watch it?
I watched parts of it.
Yeah. Did you see it, Jammyy?
I only caught the one that he did with Cell yesterday.
Yeah.
And Shotty.
Yeah, so it was kind of nasty because that was like everyone was talking about beforehand. Oh yeah, if you're playing on Vanguard, if you're playing in kind of what the CDL is used to in that style, it doesn't matter what happens. The CDL Pro is always going to win. And then Biffle came in and absolutely stomped Methods, and it took everyone aback for a second. But it was absolutely nasty. Then that happened on the 28th. Going on to the 29th, DS Biffle and Shotzi 1v1'd. Same rules, but on Speedball on Modern Warfare. Actually, this was the 30th. Nothing happened on the 29th. The 30th, DS Biffle and Shotzi did the exact same thing, and Biffle won again. This one was actually very close. Shotzi, if you don't know, a lot of people consider him probably top 3 current players in the CDL. And him and Biffle, it was really, really good. The first round was insanely close. The second round, Biffle kind of ran away with it. But again, Biffle won, and this is when, like, that's when everyone just went, oh, this is not what we thought it was at all, period, point blank. Both of y'all saw this one, right?
Oh yeah.
So what was y'all's opinions on this fight and how it broke down?
Modern Warfare. I think that's the change there, in my opinion, is Modern Warfare. Like you said, Vanguard, I don't feel like they even have a chance on Vanguard. I feel like I don't think they'll just completely lay down, but just the mechanics and those slight subtleties is where these people that do this for a living, that's where they excel.
Yeah.
And I mean, on Modern Warfare, what they've been playing, which is just the Warzone engine, what they've been playing for 2 years. I mean, I would toss it up. It's a game 7 situation for me.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's actually so after this happened, after DS Biffle beat Shotzi went on Twitter and said that Biffle was better than half the league, which is absolutely mind-boggling to me. The fact that
tweet
Shotzi,
was
yes,
something.
the fact that Shotzi legitimately said, "Yeah, you're better than half the CDO right now." I could not believe that. Now, do I believe that is true? Yes. I just can't believe the fact that a CDO Pro actually came out and said that. That blows my absolute mind. And then later, so this is later on that the next day, Cellium and Aiden played, and Cellium absolutely stomped Aiden. It wasn't close. Like, this is what I'm talking about when I'm saying average CDL player versus average Warzone player. Now, Cell's not average. Cell won the MVP of the CDL this year. Like, actually, he was considered the best player. But Aiden, even though Aiden is good, Aiden is a fantastic Warzone player. Aiden is not as good as he used to be. No hate to him at all. But he is not as good as he used to be at Warzone. And Cell is the best Call of Duty player in the world this year. And he absolutely stomped him. Wasn't even close.
The thing that I think is funny is they were all crying about how this wasn't a way to test it. All the CDL people were crying about it beforehand. That's not a proper way to test it when Biffle was winning.
Yes.
And then this happens, and they're like, "Oh, told you."
Yep.
And I'm like, "Wait, guys, we got to keep standards here. If
like,
you're gonna say this isn't a way to actually measure it, how come right now it's like?" Now that you're winning, it makes sense. Like, really?
It's because they were crying about it. What do you got on this, Jammyy?
I'll definitely say that out of the 3 Warzone players that actually did the 1v1s, because I think Repulse did one as well.
Yes, Repulse did one. I think the 30th. I have not seen anything about it. I know he did.
I haven't seen Repulse's, but obviously I saw Raiden's, and then I saw obviously Biffle's, and as Brass said, like Biffle and like the Warzone players, they're good. You'd expect them to win on Modern Warfare because they play it every single day.
Yeah,
they play that engine every single day. Whereas you've got CDL pros, like they've spent the past 10 months.
It's like in the last 10 months they probably have over 5,000 hours on that game at least. Exactly. Probably a little bit, probably more.
And as someone that spent a lot of time on Warzone and not as much on Vanguard, when I go and play Vanguard, I hate it.
Yeah, it's rough.
But as for Biffle actually being able to kind of keep up on Vanguard, that's what says to me that, like, holy shit.
Yeah. The man is good at what he does.
Very good.
And so then that's going back to what we were just talking about. The Vanguard engine versus the Modern Warfare engine. So after Aiden played his, then Biffle and Cell played. They played a best 2 out of 3 on Vanguard. Then they played a best 2 out of 3 on Modern Warfare. And exactly what you expect to happen happened. Cell won on Vanguard. Biffle won on Modern Warfare. Just as we were just saying, it's because they're more comfortable on the engine. Now, it was still close because Cell was still a freaking demon. Cell won the MVP of the CDL this year. He was statistically the best player in the CDL this year. But it just goes to show you these Warzone pros are better than people realize that they are. I am absolutely ready for a tournament because some of the tournament formats that I've seen, I am excited about. They're going to be absolutely amazing. They're going to do some 2v2s mixed in with some S&D, mixed in with some hardpoint, and just do a few rounds of that, trying to decide. Now, I don't know what engine they're going to do. I don't know if they're going to do the entire tournament on Modern Warfare or if they're going to go back and forth between some of it being on Vanguard and some of it being on Warzone. Not 100% sure what they're going to do with that. But I am excited about this. This makes me happy.
Happy.
It's very beneficial for the whole scene.
And exactly, it is.
We need something ridiculous like this to tide us over to Modern Warfare 2.
Yes, exactly. The Call of Duty is down bad right now, and
on Modern Warfare 2, at least they'll be on the same engine, so it'll be a little more of a few months into that, it'll be a little more of a toss up.
Yes, and I'm also excited because I'm a massive CDL fan. I started watching the CDL about 1.5 years ago. Ever since then, I've watched just about every single event. And
you got me into it.
Yeah, and it is so much fun.
I won't even say when I started watching it.
Oh yeah, you've been watching it probably as long as it's been like professional Call of Duty's been around. Almost.
So I started watching Black Ops 1.
Black Ops 1 is when you started. Yeah.
Yeah, which was
So, yeah.
when Scump literally first came on the scene.
That's when he blew up. Yes, that is when Scump blew up. I'm one of those weird people that the community likes to make fun of because I didn't play video games when I was younger because I grew up on a farm. I didn't have time to play video games.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't start playing video games until I got to college.
Oh,
so,
Farmer Todd.
Yeah, you know. So Modern Warfare 2019 was the first Call of Duty that I actually sunk a tremendous amount of hours into. And so I'm one of those, oh, you're not a real Call of Duty player because you didn't start playing until Modern Warfare 9. Shut up. Yes, I have played Call of Duty over 4,000 hours since the beginning of Modern Warfare 2. Or Modern Warfare 2019. I've played a lot of freaking Call of Duty since then. It is insane. I have followed.
I went through spells. I've gone through spells. Like Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4. I wasn't around for that. Like I kind of stopped playing then.
Yeah.
COD 4. I played competitively when I was like 14. I was literally on a competitive team when I was 14, and playing on my stepdad's PC that he played Unreal Tournament 99 on. Like that was
nice.
At least you had a PC to play on, dude. I was still playing.
I was on mouse and keyboard back then.
So I started Modern Warfare 2 playing multiplayer because obviously I was 10 when Modern Warfare 2 came out.
Yeah.
And then as soon as Black Ops 2 came out, I'd be 12, 13. And I just blew up. And since then, I've won like 6 tournaments throughout the UK.
Nice. Yeah, no, Jammyy is our residential CDL / competitive master, I guess you would say. Yeah,
whenever we have our little fun CDL like tournaments, me and Todd fight over Jammyy. We'll put it that way.
Because Jammyy will literally will be in the UK on 120 ping and carry and destroy everyone on the map. Like it's not even close. And so,
the thing is, if we're playing hardpoint, I have dibs on Todd's wife because she's 100% a nasty hardpoint player.
Yes, my wife is one of the best hardpoint players. Not because she's very good at shooting people, but for some godforsaken reason, she's really good at staying alive on the point, and it doesn't make any sense. Like she'll get on the point and we'll just stay alive.
And that's what you want, though. Amazing. You want Harmony on the point, and then you just want me running around killing everything.
Yes, keeping everybody else off the point. Yeah, but. Yeah, so plus with all this going on, I love the fact also that the CDL schedule may or may not have gotten leaked. No one's confirmed to deny anything, but it seems like it may be starting. Why I can hear myself through Jammyy. Maybe.
I don't know why, because my mic's not showing up.
Okay. Anyway, never mind. Continue. Anyway, it's been leaked, and it is saying that it may be starting in December, and I'm excited because. Yeah, if they start in December, that means so they're not actually going to extend the season. They're just moving the season up. And it's either going to end like end of June, beginning of July, which will also give them some time to be able to do a lot of Warzone stuff the second half of the year. I'm hoping that the CDL kind of dives into Warzone 2. I'm thinking that's kind of what they're wanting to do. They're wanting to split the season or the year up into 2 different seasons. They want to have a CDL style, like multiplayer style of league, and then kind of like they did with the Rebirth this last year, because the CDL kind of dipped into it, but they were too scared to actually go all the way in. I'm hoping that this means that they're going to dive into Warzone as well and have some sort of CDL format of things, because I don't know if y'all know this or not, some of the CDL teams are starting to not sign Warzone pros, but they have Warzone pros who are starting to represent them. Because I know in this upcoming World Series of Warzone, Bread, Jowo, and FIFA are representing London. Like that's who they're representing in the World Series of Warzone. I don't know if anyone else has started to do that, but like that, that is an actual thing. Like they are represented by London in the World Series of Warzone. So I'm hoping that means a couple of other teams are going to do that going into World Series of Warzone. We're going to talk about World Series of Warzone probably next week because it actually is happening on September 7th, I think. And so that's probably what next week's pod will be about. But I'm hoping that there are some other teams that do that. Plus, all three of them were also spotted in LA this week, I think, at the 100 Thieves compound. And so I'm hoping that Joe wants to be on 100 Thieves, I think. He's ever since he's left NRG, everything that he does has basically been with 100 Thieves. And so
I hope so.
I'm hoping that some more teams start picking up Warzone Pros so this will happen. That hopefully that is the plan. That would be exciting. I'm wanting to.
It's also going to be very beneficial towards the CDL franchising as well.
Yes.
Because if they do split up into twos, that's when they can actually franchise each team that goes into the Warzone part of the brackets.
Kind of like the way that Apex does. I don't know if any of y'all follow Apex Pro Scene. The Apex Pro Scene is insane. But I would love to see something like that for Warzone and it not just be these random tournaments that are thrown every other day via Twitter, via just random people giving money, via Activision giving random... Activision... So a lot of people don't actually know this. The way the tournaments used to be run, Activision would give random people money and say, here's $5,000, throw a $5,000 tournament. Because they were using the tournaments to as advertisement for the game. I used to be really, really deep in the Warzone scene. I used to love competitive Warzone. Then Iceman Isaac kind of stopped playing, and it kind of went downhill when Caldera got here, and so I stopped following it as much. But I am ready for the World Series of Warzone next week, and I'm ready to see what happens with that. I really think that Bread, Joe, and FIFA have a chance, and it makes me very excited.
Oh yeah,
but
FIFA's absolutely twisted.
FIFA's disgusting.
God, that man.
Joe was disgusting as well.
Yeah. And Bread is the best keyboard and mouse player in the world right now. Sorry, Huskers fans, he is. It's not even really debatable.
Huskers is just the GOAT.
Yeah. And Huskers just coming off of his eye surgery, so I don't even know how well he'll be recovered for it next week. I know he started playing and streaming again, but he had eye surgery last week. And so I know that's going to affect him as well.
Yeah, something really weird. So I found out that one of my friends that I worked with at a automotive social media company like 5 years ago is one of Husker's mods.
That's cool.
Yeah, I randomly jumped in there for something. I said one thing in chat, and he added me, and he's like, "No way!" And he texted me. He's like, "Is that really you?" I was like, "Wait, why are you?" It was so funny. And he found out I modded for Lucci. And he was like, "This is weird. I didn't even know you play Call of Duty." Like,
yeah. Oh yeah, love that. That's actually really cool. And Huskers is awesome. He's a little.
Before we move on, we need to talk about that Lucha apparel right there.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I like that. I should have got that shirt.
We rocking Lucci's shirt. I love this shirt. I saw this shirt and I immediately if I don't get anything else, I'm getting the shirt. But I
got the wrong one.
Oh, that's sad. I also got this hat. It's a black one, and then there's also a white one that I got to be able to work out in. But yeah, no, love the Lucci apparel. I'm gonna get a pullover once it gets a little bit colder. But yeah, you can buy it if you want to go in his chat and just type in !merch. You can buy some if you're a Lucci fan. But yeah,
I totally bought the little small logo one, thinking there'd be a big logo on the back. There's just a small logo on the front.
Oh, that's
yeah, I was really sad when it showed up.
But yeah, it's fine. It's fun.
All
we're
right.
loving it.
So,
but
rest in peace, Twitch. Is that where we're going?
I guess. Do y'all have any closing thoughts on the CDL versus Warzone Pros before we move on to Twitch is dead?
I just want to see someone 1v1 Scump.
Oh God.
See,
that would just ruin the whole argument. Okay.
I don't think Scump's gonna do it. Scump is resting his hands. He hasn't really talked. He talked about his hands being an issue a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so, because he went on vacation whenever this massive argument started, and he's now gotten back, and he was on the Optic Pod last week, and they talked about it a little bit, but I don't think he's gonna do it. I don't think he's touched a controller since Champs Weekend, and I don't think he's gonna touch one until maybe Modern Warfare 2 comes out. Because I don't think he's playing in World Series of Warzone, which is shocking. It's considering he won it last year, but I don't think he's playing in it.
I think he'll probably play the beta a bit.
Yeah, he'll play the beta when beta comes out. Yeah.
And he'll probably
He's
do
probably
some
already
streaming on
playing.
that,
Who are we
like-
joking?
Oh yeah, no, the 100.
already have access.
Oh
they
they've
do already have access.
they've already got early access to it. They're already playing it.
Because that was a big rumor. So, because on the Optic Pod, they were talking about the fact that they had access to it and that none of them wanted to play it, and that got like blown way out of proportion because that was the week before Champs. Nobody wanted to touch it because it's a completely different engine, and they were getting ready for Champs. It wasn't because the game was bad, and people blew that way out of proportion. But
saying that like the pros don't like Modern Warfare 2 already and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like, no, that's not what that quote meant. It meant they were still getting ready for Champs. Because it didn't blow up until after Champs, which was why everyone got confused, even though that video was recorded over a week before Champs came out, or before Champs happened. But
drama.
Yeah, which the COD scene needs right now, which is what's basically happening, because Call of Duty is down bad, but it's recovering. It's going to recover. Modern Warfare 2 is going to be amazing. As Doug likes to tweet out, according to Activision, it's the most advanced Call of Duty of all time.
I mean, they said that about Advanced Warfare.
You know.
Oh my gosh.
At this point, he just does it because it farms impressions, which I don't blame him.
People are like, why do you keep tweeting that?
Yes, that's literally what happens, and it's hilarious. Okay, so let's move on to the massive Twitch announcement today. It wasn't really a Twitch announcement. It was a Swagg announcement. He is leaving Twitch, going to be a full-time streamer on YouTube. One of the largest Call of Duty creators currently on the platform is leaving it for YouTube. Twitch is down bad. As this happened, I kind of went and did a little bit of research and dove in. Immediately when he announced it, his partner badge on Twitch was removed. And this kind of goes against what Twitch said last week. I don't know, Twitch did this massive campaign last week about how you don't have to be exclusively on Twitch anymore. You can stream other places and still be partnered with Twitch. No one really knows what the hell is going on with that announcement. But when I tried to go back and reread it, Twitch had actually deleted that tweet. I had to go to Jake Ducky's account to be able to read what he tweeted about it. But Twitch actually deleted the announcement off of Twitter. Don't know why. Don't know what's going on with that. Twitch just being flaky as normal. But so Swagg lost his badge whenever he made the announcement. Well, then about an hour and a half later, Ninja rage quit a stream, said that he is not going to be streaming for a while and he doesn't know when or where he will be back. And then immediately lost his partner badge off of Twitch. And Ninja no longer has a partner badge, and you can no longer sub to him on Twitch. So, this means, a lot of people think this means he is also going to YouTube now. But it was really, really weird. Like, you can still go watch the end of his last stream. And it's really, really weird what happens. But yeah, go watch the end of his last stream on Twitch. You can see him literally just rage quit. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, while Jammy's watching that, Brass, what are your thoughts about this whole situation?
I haven't seen the Ninja thing. I just heard about it on Twitter.
Yeah.
I think it's funny that like even his what's it called? His profile picture got removed.
Yes. He removed his profile picture. So he removed his profile picture off of here. I will pull it up on Twitter really quick. So he removed it off Ninja. I can't spell. It's fine. He removed it off of Twitter as well. He changed his name to User Not Found, even though he still has a check mark next to it because it's as long as you leave your @ the same. It's fine. You won't lose your check mark, but his @ is still Ninja, but his User Not Found, and he doesn't have a profile picture. And normally his banner, it says time in right here, and he changed it to time out. He also changed it to that on Twitch. So if you go to Ninja on, I can't spell again, Ninja on Twitch.
There's no banner now, or there's like a generic black
There's
banner.
a generic banner, but if you go to like into his chat, like it says like where most people have like some sort of screen right here, it also says timeout here, which is very, very strange. So yeah, he removed his profile picture and he just changed his title to Ninja on all social medias. Follow me. So yeah, it's a massive, massive ordeal.
Also, September they don't discount the gifted subs now, huh?
Yeah, that's also crazy.
Ridiculous.
Twitch is down bad right now. But we want to say congratulations to Mr. Swagg. We're sure he got a massive deal out of this. This YouTube is growing. If y'all don't know, I've actually started streaming all of my streams that I stream on Twitch. I've also started streaming him on the Minute Meta's channel on YouTube. Because I don't know if I'm going to actually make the switch, but I honestly don't care about the whole rule that you can't stream on both, because if Twitch bans me, Twitch bans me. Congratulations. I'm not making that much money on Twitch right now. I'll just switch over to YouTube full time. I don't really care because YouTube doesn't care. But it's a whole weird ordeal. I don't understand what Twitch is doing. Twitch is acting like they're on their last leg. I don't know. If they lose Swagg and Ninja, like they're massive. They're massive streamers. Don't get me wrong. They're not the big like XQC that large of streamer, but Swagg is currently, I think, in like the top 5 Call of Duty streamers ever since Nick has stopped playing Call of Duty. It's insane. Like, you're losing a top 5 streamer. And then Ninja was still in the top like 20, I think. So losing top 20 streamers in a day, just like back when they lost Tim and Dr. Lupo in the span of like a week last year. Oh, there's a lot of weird stuff going on.
The September thing, I think, just has to have so many streamers just
mad,
not happy. Yeah.
That was one of the weirdest things I've ever watched.
I think that's when. Oh yeah, Ninja's raging. That was weird how it happened. It's like all of a sudden.
Yeah. Like some people were saying it was planned because he already had like stuff, and I think it was planned of him to like maybe end stream today and make an announcement saying, "Hey, I'm not going to be streaming for a little bit." I don't know if the rage quit was planned, because that was weird.
Like, it didn't look very planned.
No,
it didn't. I think genuinely, like a guy like Ninja that's played the hell out of Fortnite more than anything.
Yeah.
Like, they took like the building out of Fortnite and stuff like that, but dude, there's only so much of a game you can set before you lose your mind.
Yeah, like there's like it's a reason why I've started playing a lot of Apex. It's the same reason, because Warzone sometimes just gets you down bad, and anybody who's listening to this podcast will understand. Like, sometimes Call of Duty will just get you down bad like that, and you just have to stop playing and rage quit. And that's what it looked like happened today.
But I mean, with Swagg leaving, and Swagg's been hanging around with Tim a lot.
Yep.
You see, he tweeted Dr. Disrespect. Want to get some games in soon?
I saw that. That was cool.
Ninja's also very good friends with Tim.
Yep. No, Ninja's very good friends with him. They've been hanging out a lot.
I wonder if Tim's done the whole middleman
salesman. Yeah.
Yep.
Wouldn't surprise me. Would not, especially with Ninja, because that like they hang out like regularly. They live within like 2 or 3 miles of each other.
Yeah,
they
do.
They hang out all the time. Like, I don't know if y'all follow them on TikTok, go follow both of them on TikTok. They post TikToks about each other all the time.
Yeah, they spend time on the yachts and shit together.
Yeah. But I'm wondering, so yeah, that means Swagg, Dr. Disrespect games 100% are going to be happening soon. But that also means that Swagg will not be able to play in any of the Twitch Rivals tournaments, which Twitch Rivals tournaments are normally the biggest Call of Duty tournaments that happen outside of World Series of Warzone. And so that means anyone who is partnered on YouTube cannot play in those tournaments. That is a massive hit for those tournaments with Swagg not being in them, because Swagg is one of the biggest players in them.
I also wonder what that means for the Nuke House.
Same. Because, yeah, that is weird, because the rest of them are on YouTube, are on Twitch.
And they're all, like, they've all been friends in real life for a long time.
Yeah. And they play together, stream together all of the time.
And live together.
Yeah. I'm wondering if any of them will make the jump as well. Because none of them are as big as Swagg, but it's still they're all still large.
Santana still pulls in
about
views.
Santana.
Yeah, oh yeah, Santana still 100% does. And
I like Santana. He's funny.
Yeah, because Santana, like, he pulls in views on Twitch, but he also has a massive presence outside of
on his actual content.
Yeah, like his content itself, especially like he has a massive Twitter. Like, I would say Santana probably has a better Twitter presence than Swagg does.
And TikTok.
Yeah, like it is massive. Swagg is massive on YouTube, but Santana is massive in the Twitter game. And he's really big in like the culture aspect of everything. So I don't know. This is gonna swing a lot. Like, the reason why we're talking about this, this is the Call of Duty podcast, but the reason why we're talking about this is this really is going to affect the Call of Duty scene, because so much content is absorbed on Twitch. If Twitch collapses and YouTube is the only thing that's still viable, because I'm sorry, Facebook is not viable. Like, I know there's some people who think it is. It's not. It's horrible to watch. Like, people say YouTube's horrible to watch on. YouTube's actually not that bad to watch streams on. It's not as interactive as Twitch is. But like,
nothing's as interactive as Twitch.
No. But if I want to watch a live stream on YouTube, it's not that hard to find. Like, they've made it a lot
just
easier.
Click on gaming.
Yeah, that, or just because the reason why I've actually started watching a lot of YouTube lives is because the CDL is all streamed on YouTube. None of it's streamed on Twitch. And so that's actually made it to where I've gotten used to being able to watch live streams on YouTube. And so now I've actually watched, when Nick went over, I've watched a little bit of Nick. I've watched a little bit of Dr. Disrespect, not that much, but and then there's a couple other people, a couple of my friends who actually stream on YouTube, who I've watched.
G
Do what?
G does some YouTube stuff.
Yeah,
Starbucks.
G does. Starbucks. I'm actually like, I'm like an original member of Starbucks. Like, I've been a member of his since he started streaming on YouTube. And then Captain TX. What, I just forgot his actual username. But the captain, y'all know who I'm talking about when I say he streams on YouTube. Yeah, because he also streams on YouTube, and I think I'm a member of his as well, because I'll go watch him a lot. I've always just called him Cap, so I don't in my brain he's just Cap. But anyway, yeah, so it's YouTube streaming is really gonna take over, and if they can get a couple more of the massive Call of Duty people over, like, that's gonna make it to where streaming on YouTube is gonna be normal. Like, Tim basically made it to where, yeah, no, streaming on YouTube is not weird anymore. Like, it is 100% doable.
And then obviously with Swagg going, that's what, 10,000+ viewers gone to YouTube.
Oh, easy. Plus his massive YouTube following that he already has. Plus. Yep. This is one of the reasons why I think they got Swagg. So Tim has this cult following that is absolutely massive. Swagg also has this cult following. They don't like that. It's not a mesh very much. Like, the followings of both of them are very, very different. Of people who follow them, like, the demographics of them, the lifestyles, the cultures, they're very, very different. And so you pull all of Tim's following over there. Now you pull all of Swagg's following over there. That is two massive groups of people that don't intertwine with each other very much.
And you've also got Docs.
Yeah, and then yeah, of course, you've got Dr. Disrespect too. Dr. Disrespect, that's a whole nother thing, because he won't stop hating on Call of Duty. He's burned himself a bridge there that I don't think he realized he has burned. Actually, I think he has realized he's burned it. But because he will not stop because of his new organization and gaming company. He has burned some bridges with Activision, I think, because he will not stop talking. I don't know if y'all have seen some of the stuff that he said over the past week, but it is very it is very, very not good. But yeah, plus you have Doc's whole community, which is the Doc community is legitimately insane how passionate they are about Dr. Disrespect. But yeah, it's competition. It's exciting. I'm glad that Twitch finally has real competition. But
because Mixer didn't really pan out.
yeah, that's a joke. Oh my gosh, that was an absolute dumpster fire. But I know you just started streaming on Twitch, Jammyy. So what is your kind of opinion on it, just from being on there for literally a couple days at this point?
First couple of days it was a bit rough because it's like it's something new.
Yeah.
And obviously you've kind of got to figure out what kind of person you are on camera and stuff like that.
Handsome, that's what you are on camera. Come on.
But obviously after a bit, I mean, I've done what? 10 or 11 days of streaming, and I've streamed for over 40 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one 8-hour stream was a grinder on you.
Oh yeah, like 8 hours definitely took its toll. But I mean, I'm enjoying it. It's easy enough to figure out once you've figured it out, but
have you tried streaming on YouTube at all?
No.
See, that's something that I've started doing. And streaming on YouTube is strange. Because when you go live on Twitch, you legitimately set a go live notification, you type in a title, and you click go live. Streaming on YouTube is a little bit different. Like, you have to actually go into YouTube, create a live stream, you have to give it a thumbnail, you have to title it, do all the things you would do for a normal video. Now, once you do that one time, it's what a lot of people do, and you can just copy and paste and use the same thing over and over again. But it's still, you have to go live in OBS, then go into YouTube and click go live again. It runs differently. Now, I've actually got mine set up now. I found a way that you can stream from OBS into Twitch or to go to Twitch and go to YouTube from inside of OBS in the same stream. And ever since I figured that out, that has made my life a whole lot easier. Because you can just use a stream key and click start, and it will do everything. It will do everything for you. Then you just go into YouTube and click start streaming, and it works. But you can also make the same mistake I did, where after you end stream, if you don't go back into YouTube and turn your stream off, you're still live. There's just nothing there. But like that happened to me the other day, where I was live on YouTube for like 24 hours because I forgot to turn my stream off inside of YouTube. And so, yeah, it's different. It's a little bit more complicated, but they are working on trying to make it better. But y'all got any closing comments on this situation? Massive. It's not even a situation. This is just a massive thing that's been happening over the past couple of years.
It's a huge blow to Twitch.
Yeah. Twitch is dying slowly, and they're not really doing anything about it.
Like, that's two of the biggest creators going at the moment.
Yeah.
You've got the biggest guy on Fortnite, and you've got the biggest guy on Warzone.
Yeah. Like, it's... Because, I mean, the top 5 creators on Twitch right now aren't actual gamers. They're all just chatters.
Yeah.
They don't really game. But, like, on the actual gaming side, that's probably two of the top 10 creators in the actual gaming side of Twitch. But, yeah. All right, we're going to move on. So we're going to start doing a segment. We did it last week. We just didn't have really a name for it. So this is a segment that we're going to do at the end of every single podcast, and it's going to be called Metas of the Minute. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the meta of the game, because a lot of times metas will last, like the actual meta will last for 2 or 3 weeks. But it'll be like guns that we suggest that you run, fun guns, guns that may not be the exact meta, but they compete inside the meta. They just may be a bunch of bullcrap weapons that are really, really fun. Like whenever they buffed the crossbow, and you could literally one-shot anyone. As long as you touched them, they were going to die. Because
why did they ruin the crossbow?
I know, it makes me sad. I'm sad. It was so much fun. But so it can be a lot of different weird things that happen, but we're going to be calling it metas of the minute. We're going to Jammyy. I'm assuming you probably do. You have one yet? Do you have what you're going to do? If you don't, I'll let Brass go first while you think about it. I know Brass. I know Brass has got his.
Brass has got loads.
Brass, you go first.
Okay, so hear me out. It's a really big PPSH, okay? It's like the biggest possible one, okay? I have used that AR PPSH build, and it is annoying that it's fun. It's good, except for the bullet velocity.
Yeah.
And the damage per mag isn't great, but it's really fun. But I was looking at some numbers of something about like just talking about the meta in general, that the fact that there is a meta is confusing. Because when you look at combination time to kills, there's a group of guns that kill around at 850 long range, 850 mid 850s, and then there's a whole nother group of guns that are just like right close there, and they're like 930 to 950.
Yeah.
Combination, and it's just like trying to find something that just stands out. It is one of the most balanced metas we've ever had.
Yes.
There's so many viable guns right now. It's fantastic, including the AR PPSH. Okay.
The AR PPSH is very, very fun on Rebirth and Fortune's Keep because you're literally using an SMG. You have SMG type of movement speeds and ADS, but it doesn't move. Like, when I say this gun does not move, like, I was missing shots today because when I was starting to use it, because I was overcorrecting. I was trying to control recoil, and I was missing. Because I was trying to control recoil.
I used that UGM. I was like going down. I was like, oh, this doesn't move.
Yeah. It does not move. Yeah. So,
also, it's kind of weird with that long range PPSH. You're using SMG ammo, so you got to find something else for close range. I think that the Volk fits in good.
Oh yeah,
to be the AR for that. But also, okay, I'm getting weird again. The Type 63 SMG build.
Okay, so I saw Chubbs put out a video on this again. And
he did it again?
Yes, he put out a video on this again, and it is kind of nasty.
It is. That's 100% my fault. I came in his chat, and all I said was Type 63 is it again. He's like, wait, is it good again? And he started using it. He's like, oh my god. I think that the 300 health buff helped that gun stand out, because it'll do a 568 to the chest. It'll do it'll do a 5-shot to kill. And if you have to hit like two neck or headshots, and then it'll do a 4-shot, which is not even okay. But
now, if you're on keyboard and mouse, so as someone who plays both, if you're on keyboard and mouse, this is going to be a very difficult gun for you to use. I know that Chubbs is on keyboard and mouse, and he somehow makes it work. But
he's just Chubbs.
He's good. He's ridiculously good on keyboard and mouse. If you're on controller, it's not going to be hard to use because aim is just going to stick for you.
He's also really good with DMR type weapons, just like how that new M1 Grand build felt good for him. He likes he likes that style. And the Type 63 will literally it'll make people cry up close. Like it kills us like PPSH fast.
Yeah.
With that type of weapon, and it's just weird to use it. And if you hit a headshot, it's 94 damage. Think about that. So if somebody's slightly hurt, like it's 94 damage head or neck. Like,
yeah, you're just dead. Like if you're broken, you're probably dead.
Yeah, up to 17 meters, it's not okay, but it's hilarious to use. So long range AR or long range PPSH AR build and Type 63 SMG are the two weird but surprisingly good ones for me this week.
What you got, Jammyy?
So I'm still gonna say it. I've been using a lot of the Varg OS.
Okay, I mean I understand it. I don't like it, but that's just because the way that I judge guns is different than a lot of people judge guns. When I'm judging long range, I judge by their long range time to kill. But the Varg OS is good at that mid range. Like it is the gun mid range.
Up until 50 meters, it shreds. But also Jammyy really likes slow firing weapons. That's probably it's very AK feeling. It's like a 600 rounds per minute. Yeah. It's like a 600 rounds per minute, so that's probably why it fits into his play style. It feels like the Cold War AK kind of. Like
Huh.
it's slow firing, but it hits like a
Kind of
dumpster
like
truck. Like
the 60 round STG. That's just absolutely
yeah,
amazing. Yeah.
yes,
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
yes.
And
Interesting.
it fires the exact same as what the NZ
Say
did.
yeah.
That makes sense. See, I don't have it leveled, and so
I leveled it up a little bit just to try it because he kept hyping it up, and it is, dude, mid range, it's good. And I
it's
mean,
good.
most of our fights on Fortune's Keep are 50 meters ish.
Yeah.
And if they're over that, you're losing to a UGM though. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the.
That happens. All right,
But
my guns are they're not the same as last week. They're different last week, but they're the same as last season, which is annoying. But the Cooper Carbine and the Blixen are still just
they're so
it.
great.
They're so good. The Cooper Carbine, they did actually nerf the compressed rounds, which I'm kind of glad. It's still really good as a sniper support, like it's always been. But all you have to do is take last season's build. If you don't know the build, ad right here. Hashtag ad for ourselves. I just released a video on this today. And so it is on YouTube. The top 3 builds for me this season, or the top 3 loadouts. It's 2 ARs, an LMG, and 3 SMGs. They all pair together. Released a video on that today. If you want to go watch it after this one is over. The Cooper Carbine with the lengthened ammo type instead of compressed still has the fastest time to kill of any AR. Not joking. It is the fastest time to kill of any AR. Now, it fries through ammo, but once you do
Then
that...
Nikita came into the chat.
Okay, I don't count the Nikita and the AS-44 because they're too hard to control.
Actually, the AS-44 really doesn't smoke it anymore.
Oh, it doesn't?
That's the funny part. No,
Oh,
it
it's
really
just the
doesn't.
Nikita?
Yeah.
I don't. I've never counted those because those are so hard to control. Like, yes, you can
Nikita's
build
not
guns to
that
kill faster
bad.
than that, but it's for the average person who plays this game. And I'm not talking about Mr. Jammyy here, who's got a freaking 4 KD over the past month. I'm talking about for people like me, who even who have a 2.2 KD over the last month, and still I have issues controlling that gun. And I'm not talking about the 1% of the 1%. I'm talking about the 99% of people who play this game. It's just difficult. So the Cooper Carbine is absolutely it. It's disgusting. You build it for that initial recoil control. That way you can get it under control. And then once it's under control right there, it just doesn't move. I mean, it moves, but it's just pulled straight down. And it's stupid easy.
And you use pine tar rear grip, right? I'll have to go check your build.
No, I actually use the one that has initial recoil control, which I
you use
think
stippled.
is stippled. Yes, just for that gun specifically, I use stippled because I have all initial attachments on because it makes it where you can rip people off of a heady whenever you have the initial attachments because it doesn't like the first like 7 or 8 bullets, it doesn't move, and then it's really easy to control.
I'll have to try that.
So that's the build that I have. Then I have them with the Blixen. The Blixen, you have to put the 9-inch barrel in it instead of the 17-inch barrel. You can put the 17-inch barrel. I'll talk about this in the video. You can put the 17-inch barrel in it, but I don't suggest you do it because it has some negatives. You have to put the 54-round mag on it. Bunch of other stuff like that. Run it with the 9-inch barrel with the different stock. You can try both. Figure out which one you like. If you're an aggressive player, the 9-inch barrel with a 72-round mag with the stock is gonna be your baby. You're gonna absolutely love it. But
it's the best ground loot gun. I'll just say that.
Oh, 100%. Oh, yeah.
It's not my favorite built out. Like I like it still. It's not my favorite.
I hate the side that's on the ground loot, but it fries.
I think my favorite ground loot gun after today was the Sten.
The Sten is fun
Sten.
to use. The Sten's not even that good, but it's off the ground. It fries. Okay, so off topic, we're going to talk about something else kind of here too, because this is something that Mr. Chubbs discovered this week. There are some ground loot guns that have attachments that are not actual attachments on the gun. Have y'all seen his Car 98 video that he released?
The Car 98 one. I was there when they figured it out.
Yeah.
So
Mark Skeletal on it for some reason.
Yes, but
it does feel incredible.
Yes. Like, so I'm wondering if the ground loot Sten has something on it that you can't actually put on it. Like, I'm wondering if it has like Vital or something that you can't put on the gun But
I don't know, but that gun hits like a truck. If you
it
land your
hits
shots with
hard.
it,
Yeah, no, it doesn't
destroys
miss.
people.
It will literally like I don't think I've lost very many gunfights when I pick it up off the ground because
No.
A it hits hard. B it sticks to people on aim assist. It absolutely sticks to people.
And it's got the fire rate of. Let's just say if you shoot someone with it, it's like shooting a PPSH with an
Yeah,
aimbot.
it literally just does not move. But alrighty, I think we've been live for almost an hour at this point. This is gonna be like a 45-minute podcast again. We only talked about 3 things, and here we are.
I can't help it.
Absolutely deep in the pot. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you like and subscribe if you're watching it on YouTube. Make sure that you follow us if you're listening to it on Spotify, and leave us a review on Spotify. That way we can start working our way into the Spotify algorithm. Jammyy, tell everyone where they can find you.
On Twitch, and it's Jammyy.
ITZ Jammyy Jammyy.
Yeah, don't forget the YY because he's a little YY
Mr.
nerd.
YY nerd. But so yeah, they're on Twitch,
Hey,
and you're on Twitter.
you're all
It's the same
jealous.
thing on Twitter, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. So you can find him on Twitch and Twitter. Mr.
No,
Brass.
Twitter's different. You'll have to go change that.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
will do. But you can find my Twitter is linked through my Twitch anyway.
Yeah. So
You can find me hanging out with Todd and Jammyy pretty much. So
yeah, but that's basically.
Yeah.
If I'm live, most of the time I'm playing with these 2 knuckleheads. So, you can find me on Twitch at Darth Tedward. You can find me on TikTok at Darth Tedward, also at Minute Metas. Minute Metas is actually our main Call of Duty account. So if you want to follow us for Call of Duty on TikTok, you can find us there. YouTube, same thing, Minute Metas. I actually do have a personal YouTube. I haven't posted in a while. That's going to change here in a little bit. I'm thinking of taking my YouTube a different direction, but that's going to be changing here really, really soon. And then, of course, on Twitter, make sure you follow us at Minute Metas. Follow me at Darth Tedward. I am very, very active on Twitter. It's insane how active I am on Twitter. My wife hates me because for some godforsaken reason, she has my noties on Twitter. And she yells at me all the time, "Why are you tweeting so much? You're blowing up my phone." I don't know. Turn my noties off. But thank y'all so much for listening. I hope y'all enjoyed the pod. We will be back again next week, probably talking about the World Series of Warzone, unless something else major happens in between now and then, like what happened with the CDL versus Warzone Pros. But if not, we'll be talking about that. We'll at least mention it because we're going to do it after it. So, yeah. Anyway.
Nick makes sense to YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, that. Talking about the world ending. Okay. Anyway. Thank y'all so much for watching. We will see y'all later. Y'all slay out and aim for greatness. Boom. Good job, boys.